what would happen if we review the spoilers? Let's find out.
What's up, guys? And here we are to do a nice little breakdown / spoiler discussion and review for Chapter 100. My brain lagged so hard there. Chapter 139 of Four Nights. There is no of the. It is just. And I'm like, here's the thing. I'm mixed excited. I'm very mixed excited. Because notably, I'm not going to lie. This little mini arc is something I'm excited for because I get to see King and Diane and Nasians. But at the same time, like, I just know we aren't really going to see them cook unless they're getting... It's kind of the same issue that we ran into with Zeldris. Like, King and Diane aren't going to be able to cook. At least not yet, unless something crazy happens. So I'm excited, at the same time I'm worried. Because I'm worried for the safety of two of my favorite characters, and I'm super excited to see Nasians, who I'm also worried for the safety for. So let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Editing me, ready, 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me, and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. Tione. No one has determined what her age is meant to be. The only consensus I've seen the community, like, uniquely come to is that she's older than 1 or 2. As in, she's not born. She does exist, essentially, by the time of the start of Four Nights. Meaning, when everyone's 16, she is canon because of Seven Deadly Sins' origin, which is pseudo-canon. Once again, there's no real confirmation on it. That's the only thing we know about Tione. So, like, I don't know. I have fear. But let's see. Oh, okay, so we are just leaping right into it. I was wondering if we were going to do, like, a little cutaway, but nah, we're right where we left off. Crazy how he's doing this to one of his own, though. Like, I get... You know what? I can understand it, though, right? Like, especially considering the volatile period they're in right now. Notably, I'm not sure how much the fairy realm is being affected, if at all, by Arthur's machinations, because Arthur's machinations very specifically have to do with humans and Britannia and their mortal realm. But at the same time, I'd like to imagine that if anything, it would be Myrtle? I think Myrtle. It would be Myrtle's job to, like, make sure whatever wavering tensions are between humans and the other races are kept at a minimum. Like, let all of humanity focus on not liking Arthur and slowly being surely taken over to his side rather than them, like, split up their negativity. And of course, you know, like, swapping babies is a bad thing. And I don't think it's a hot take. Like taking someone else's whole child is a pretty bad deal. Like, you don't do that. So I understand why Myrtle is so, like, why I oughta. But I don't know. There's just something so funny about seeing this, like, seemingly regular full-grown dude just have, like, what looks like maybe an 8-year-old just help me. Let's see. Once again, unfortunately, I cannot read this language. Let's see. Myrtle talking. He's okay. So yeah, he's furious. It's most likely. Once again, I can kind of understand Myrtle's perspective here too, right? Notably, I've been seeing a whole bunch of Tiore. If you don't stop instigating, I noticed it. Chill out. But I noticed a lot of people, they're 100% leaning into the fact that Nasians is King and Diane's kid. And, like, I'd be... That's the blessing and the curse, right? If he is their kid, and Myrtle isn't, because that's where a lot of people are going with the whole swap situation. Nasian says, oh, this is me, when reference to the kid or the swap baby situation. The only reason I'm so against that is because how the swap situation is explained. It's the fairy child that gets swapped from the human parents with another fairy. That's how it's specified last chapter. Meaning that Nasians would be the human child who was taken away. So I'm a little bit hesitant on it being King and Diane's kid for that reason. And 2, because that means we'll never see him enter Camelot. Meaning he's going to have to be sequestered from the main narrative. It's the big reason why I'm worried for characters like Myrtle and characters like King and characters like Diane for the most part. And Tione especially, considering she has, like, a whole active design, is seemingly relatively... I'm not even going to say relatively. It's just generally important to the state of the manga's external material. She's the lead. She's the co-lead with Tristan and the whole Seven Deadly Sins origin game. Like, that's her role. Unfortunately, they can't be part of the active plot if the active plot has anything to do with going into Camelot. Which seems like, why? You're going all the way down there. But that's the thing. It's the catch-22. Would I be mad at it? No. I'd be down with it. In fact, give me some more Cayenne kids. Especially a major one. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Nazi was their kid. But at the same time, I am definitely along the camp of like, if he is, though, we'll never see him in what is presumably going to be a leading focus of the time skip. Invading Camelot, whether it be to rescue Tristan, who's in the cauldron, whether it be just to do more damage, like Anne and Donnie were doing while trying to explore and map it out, whether it be just mapping it out. Like, there's so many things that need to be happening exclusively in Camelot that if Nasians can't enter it, we're gonna have to remove him from like, the main character slot. Unless we're just gonna keep cutting back here. And don't get me wrong, Nakaba has some favor for King... Well... Yeah. He has some favor for King and Diane. They do have their own little separate arcs. Like, heck, King is very, very integral to Mael's arc as a whole. And Mael is arguably one of the characters who has one of the most extensive arcs in the entire series. But, like, I don't know. I'm not sure how much screen time Nazian's gonna get if he can't enter Camelot. Same issue I have with King, same issue I have with Diane. Heck, it's an issue that Meliodas has. Unless we just follow him for, like, an extended arcs period, we just can't deal with Meliodas in Camelot. Because... he's not allowed in there. It's like how the dimension itself is structured. Non-human races cannot enter it. Unfortunately, Mel ain't human. But let's see. If you could stop yelling, I would greatly appreciate that. You're actually grinding my gears, bucko. But it looks like I have no choice. I must lift you up to at least my knee in order to make sure that you have some sort of... And she's still just instigating. Like, see... once again, it's the question of mental age versus, like, physical appearance. Because I've known people who look older than they are, and they're really, really young. For the longest time, I was that, but now I'm just old. And I've known people who look younger than they actually are. Like, I know some 40-year-olds that look 20. I may be related to some of them, and some of them may be friends. So it's crazy. There's the dichotomy. And this is it. Like, I'm not sure if this teasing comes from, like, childish behavior, because, you know, kids are kids, or at the same time, if it comes from, like, genuine instigation. Because I know instigators. Heck, depending on the day, I can be an instigator. So, I don't know. Very, very intriguing. But let's see. Moda said, fine, forget about it. You want smoke? And Nazian's is like, I'll take smoke. Okay, so we're actually gonna get them fighting. Myrtle, why do you look like that, bro? And this is he doesn't look like. I'll admit, I don't see either of his parents in him. No, not even like notably even adult Kink. He doesn't have this long of a face. Neither does Diane. You know who he looks like? Now I know exactly who Myrtle looks like. He looks like Dahlia. Like, honestly, from the buffness to the full size to the facial structure to even the ear, he looks just like Dahlia, his uncle, I guess, legally speaking. Huh. What if that's intentional? Like, once again, if we're not, like, I'm assuming Nakaba threw the whole fairy swap thing in there as a red herring to distract us. So, like, assuming Myrtle is actually King Diane's kid, I went through the whole DNA discussion last chapter review, but I think that may be it. Maybe that's why he looks so out of place, because he looks more like Dahlia, not like either of his parents. And that's happened before. Well, admittedly not for me. Like, for the longest time I didn't look like anybody in my family, but now I just look like a copy of my mom, but male. But I have cousins who are just verbatim copies of, like, my own uncle. Or my own dad. And vice versa. I have female cousins who look like exact copies of my mom, and or their mother, or one of my other aunts. So it can happen. But let's see. Weave. Ooh, look at Nazian's weaving in base. Ooh. And he blocks too. Look at my boy. Ooh, interesting. Did he switch it up? I thought he had two equivalent length swords. Now he's got a dagger and the full length blade. Okay, Nazian's cooked then. Cook. Myrtle, you not cooking right now, bro. Ain't you the son of King? How you getting worked by this random human, dog? You're a combination of I want to say the two strongest races. But not really. Demon, goddess, human, somewhere in between. Because, like, if you go with the limits of humanity's kind of crazy. And, like, if you just did all humans versus all giants, at least you're the child of two royals. Come on now, bro. You can't be losing to Nazians. A random. Let's see. Nazian's blocking. Uh-oh. Blade gets knocked away. Nazian's cook. Nazian's gonna start cooking. She's got the baby. Even the baby's like, wait, what's going on? Why are you tweaking? Alright, Nazians. Oh. Oh, interesting. That's actually a cool way to expand his power. Instead of using the gas clouds, he just directly injects it into you. A little bit morbid, but hey, Nazis, do what you gotta do, dog. Get your money up, not your funny up, alright? Let's see. Chure, why did you drop the darn baby? What in the world? Why did she do that? She threw the baby up in the air and got it. Okay, Nasi's walking. Ah, no, not my boy. Okay, you know what? I like that, though. It goes to show that the kids inherited their dad's kind of like pseudo-poison immunity. Because, like, notably, it's never, like, directly stated, but it's implied due to their control over nature that, like, the fairy kings are just immune to poison. Or, like, if not immune, they can what is it? I forget if it's status promotion, and I forget what it's called when they use disaster in the opposite sense. But they can, like, control the lethality of indirect poisons and stuff like that. It's like why Gloxinia's toxin Deaththorn is so dangerous, because he can prick you with the base level of poison that comes with the roots of the fairy tree and then amplify it to oblivion. So presumably Myrtle actually ended up inheriting some of that immunity, which is why presumably these henbane piercers didn't actually do much. I like it. I like the cut of your jib. Alright, Myrtle. But darn, I had to kick my boy like that? Nasians, I hate to say it. Pop a little bit of that sauce, bucko. Pop a little bit of that sauce. And you know the kind of sauce I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no honey mustard. I ain't talking about no ketchup. Pop that Ceranos horn, Nasians, and drop him on his neck. But what I will admit, I do like that Myrtle is actually decently powerful and didn't just get no soul like this. Golly. And bro put the fairy sword to the throat. He was like, "You're trash, G." But let's see. Uh-oh, Nasian's locked in. Ew. Okay. Interesting. I thought she could only summon animals of the sins. But she summons a hawk. Once again, I'll admit, Nakaba's he's having real good restraint. Like, real good restraint when you think about it. For how much of Sylvan we've gotten, and the fact that Sin was a mascot for so long. The fact that we haven't seen the main man and his big brother, that's crazy. I mean, I guess they never really, but no, the Demon King's not blocking the portal anymore, so they could come to the human realm or back to the mortal realm whenever they feel like it. So, like, the fact that we keep getting hints at Hawk, like he gets either loosely mentioned or a knight is wearing his body as like an armor piece to their headset, and or Chiori summons him. Like, I wonder if Hawk's just gonna come back a demon? Because for some reason Nakaba, like, keeps skirting around it. Like, he like, Hawk, I don't even think he's been mentioned by name. Like, obviously the Boar's Hat has gotten a mention, but that's not Hawk. And we know he's not there, because Melius doesn't reference him, nor do we see him inside the Boar's Hat. So that's interesting. We keep getting drizzles, hints, little tastes of Hawk. But no, none of that prime pork himself. I'm interested. What game are you playing, bucko? Let me know. Let's see. Chiori summons it. Oh. He just like me for it. He does not want to attack his sister. Aw. Oh, but he's mad. Uh-oh. What happened? Stomachache? Why is Ro of a stomachache? What is that? Wait, what happened? What did he just pop? I was joking about popping sauces. Yo, Myrtle, what you just pop, broski? Let me see. They just kicked the fairy lots down. Alright. Okay, Nasi and Steel to go off. What happened to the baby? Neither of you are holding where did the baby go? Y'all just said, forget about it. Oh, maybe this is them saying, take the baby back, gosh darn it. Well, let's see. Tiore, Nasians talking. Tiore, Nasians talking. King. Oh, okay. So Nasians knew something was up. I love this image. This is beautiful. I really like this image of King and Diane. Nice work. Nakaba. This is, her forehead looks a little bit, well, actually no, it's not her forehead. It's her eyes seem a little bit low. Actually no, they don't, because like the eyes do line up with the bridge. That's a mistake I always make. I always put the bridge of the nose and then like the eyes like a tier above. When I should know better, because like I'm all forehead. I should know my eyes are not that high. But interesting. This is a really good image of King, though. I like the look of that. Though admittedly, that's not the. Is it the outfit he was wearing? That's a different fit. I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. Tiore, Nasians. He's explaining his own background with Ordo, and I wonder if he told. I forgot about that. I wonder if he told Diane about Dolores. I wonder if it's even come up. Because Dolores is confirmed by Nakaba to be, like, Dolores. From the original manga. So, like, does Diane know? Does she know? Like her friend is genuinely alive? I wonder. I wonder if Nasian's ever mentioned that, or if it just has gone unmentioned. Interesting. Oh, she stole his hat. Nasians? Why Nakaba? I want you to know she's going to be like 4 years old. I want you to know this. And then we're going to get the inverse Elaine excuse. We're like, oh, yeah, Elaine may look like she's a whole child, but actually she's 700 years old, you know? So it's okay. I know she's older than that, but like, I think she's older than that. We're having the inverse thing too. Oh, I can already hear the fiends. I can already hear the demons. Luckily enough, the website that I'm reading the spoilers on, pretty sensitive for me. I'm hoping it's also censored. In the actual chapter. Please, I do not. Editing these gonna have a nightmare. Oh, Lord. So are they gonna take a bath or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so are we finally gonna... Alright, that's the end of the chapter. Okay. So we may finally address the whole... Like, a lot of people, myself included, have low-key mentioned, we either think Nasians is a girl, or that. So, like, I don't know. Maybe this chapter is gonna finally address that, or next chapter is. Alright. That'll be spoilers. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave. Leave boy, parentheses, question mark. Like, literally, like, B-O-Y, open parentheses, question mark, close parentheses. Or, like, if you space it out, but the question mark has to be in parentheses somehow. Because I know y'all are devious with however you incorporate it, but incorporate it in some way, shape, and or form. But overall, W chapter. Very, very simple. It's just the fight between Myrtle and Nasians and a little bit of character drama and character backstory. And the reveal, at least in manga, of Chiore's magical ability, which is still nice stuff. And it confirms, at least to me, that Myrtle seems to be immune to the poisons of the world, which kind of implies that all the kids ought to be, which I do appreciate. So overall, really, really nice. Simple and clean. Honestly, once again, we're in a more calmer period for the manga. We're still ramping up, right? Like, after the hype Bond intro, we're gonna probably stay on a calm kick for a little while now and just do some more character development, more character writing, and I like that. So overall, very scrumdiddlyumptious. However, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to download the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1 things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. I also become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reaction to the very next chapter of 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Reconnor Plays, Red Wolf, 4765, Greyhound, and Atkins Void. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $5 patrons, Victor, Sean, RNG Master, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Igneal, and Demix LNT. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 members, Autumn Mornings Lazo, Sick Addiction, and Jan Tomas. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha and Joaquin. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. I'd like to give a hefty thank you to our $25 patron, Winter. I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Steron. I'd like to give another humongous thank you to our $25 patron, EHack1. I'd like to give another scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our $25 patron, ChinaDoll09. I'd like to give a final and thank you to our final $25 member, Calvin Elder.